Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? I agree with Garcelle when she finally met Miss Reba and said, "Ooh, the apple don't fall too far from the tree." It doesn't. Sutton is such her mother. She has a long way to go. She really does. Welcome, besties. You are now behind the shade. Thanks for joining me. I recap your favorite reality shows weekly. Now let's kiki and haha and get into another episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 14, Episode 12, Land of the Free, Home of the Shade. Now, besties, do we like the title of this episode? No, to me, it's too long. Okay, I get it. We're celebrating the 4th of July, and then there was some shade thrown at the house, but we need another title. And I don't think I underlined anything, but we'll figure out a new title soon. But, besties, how would you rate this week's episode? It was Yeah, it was cool. It almost seemed like a filler episode, but then it was a little bit of mess and then a lot of mess. And then, so it was okay. I'll give it a solid 7. I'll give it a solid 7. Drop down in the comments, besties, and let me know what you think about this week's episode. And please don't forget to like the video. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure your notification bell is on, ding dong, so you know each and every time I post my content. Now, in the beginning of the episode, there's a montage of the girls in Augusta. They're packing, getting ready to fly back home. And Erica is at her house. She's renovating it, and the delivery guys are there to bring her backyard furniture in, and she's loving it. And Dorit calls Bose to invite her over to her house for her annual barbecue that she has with her children for 4th of July. So it's the next morning in Augusta. Kyle and Garcelle tell Sutton that they were eavesdropping on her talk that she had between her and her mom. But they didn't know that Miss Reba had walked in very quietly and she was eavesdropping on them, talking about them eavesdropping on her. So funny how she just attacks Garcelle each and every time she can, because Garcelle is overly welcoming and overly nice. And so she told Garcelle, you're very chatty this morning. You talk too much. And so Garcelle agrees, because that was like, oh, wow, hi. Gotta be careful, Garcelle. You're smarter than that. What happened, girl? So Sutton tells her mom she enjoyed their talk and tells her that she has to tell her she loves her. And so Miss Reba's like, when? Oh my goodness, how many times? She said, just on Christmas, once a year. And so Miss Reba says, she'll have to can she just make a sign and hold it up instead of saying it? I'm like, oh my goodness, you're breaking ground with your mom. She's not as rough and tough as she thinks she is. So she says Miss Reba says she never heard her mother tell her that she loved her. And it's like, okay, what that mean? You do better when you become a mom. That's how that works. So Sutton tells her she loves her. And child, Miss Reba says she loved her back. Wow, they broke ground for this trip. This trip meant a lot to Sutton, and this was really good. So they head on to the airport. They say goodbye. But Kyle is not excited about going back home because she'll be going home to an empty house. And so she wishes she could tell the girls, like, come on, let's extend our stay. But she didn't. So Bose is at home and her cousin comes over for a visit and she's always late. But this time she showed up on time. Whatever time she said she was coming, she came and she surprised Bose. Bose is making these bomb, beautiful summer beverages. Honey, she's adding the gold flakes to the drinks. They're outside in the backyard and they're talking. So Bose tells her, this is a close cousin. She's closer to her cousin than she is with her own sisters. And she has like three sisters and they all look alike. But her and her cousin, they're like 10 months apart. So they're very, very, very close. And I love that for them. So Bose tells her cousin, I didn't catch her name, tells her about her pregnancy. Was her name Tina or something? She tells her about the pregnancy journey. And so she's like, well, you hadn't got started yet, right? She was like, well, I haven't, but I'm at a particular age. And it's like, we know you're 47. So she has a fertility doctor coming from Vegas and she's going to do some ultrasounds on Bowles and she needs samples from Keely. Drop it in the cup. Drop it in the cup. Drop it in the cup. So Bowles is very nervous and scared now. She kind of wants to stop this whole thing, but she's afraid that he wants it too much. He's not going to say anything because he thinks she wants it too much. So, child, okay. So then she told us, we learned that she already lost a baby. She didn't complete a pregnancy, and that was sad. She knew it was a girl, and she had a name for her and everything. And her name would have been Eve. And so Eve didn't make it. And so she said and then the pregnancy with her daughter was just horrific. She said it was just terrible. So she's really, cautious and nervous and, scared for the what ifs and all that. We understand. And maybe you just shouldn't do this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, girl, you're 47. You're getting ready to be 50. I can't even see Bose walking around with a baby carriage and breastfeeding her baby. Who wants to do all of that? Like, girl, just travel. Your daughter is in her 20s, right? You'll be a grandmother soon. Within the next 10 years, you'll be a grandmother. Just wait for that. Oh, okay. So it's the 4th of July. Dorita's, hosting her party, what Sutton calls her hot dog party. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just got through watching the after show. And child, I think Sutton said hot dog party 10 times on a 14-minute clip. So Erica calls Kyle and tells her, well, I hope you connect with Bose at the party, because you've been very cold towards her. So Kyle is like, who, me? And she's like, yes, iceberg lettuce. Yes, iceberg, you've been cold towards her. And then Erica says, I'm ice cream, you're iceberg, and that's why we get along. So Kyle is like, okay. That's interesting. So Sutton gets to Dorit's house first. No one is at the house to greet her. She's already had a few people over there in the backyard. Kids are playing. Dorita's upstairs finishing getting ready. Her mom is up there. Everybody's just somewhere else. Sutton is just already in the mood. She already came here in a mood, So she's just sitting around trying to figure out what she's going to do because no one's there to greet her because she's such a Southern belle. And this is just so less than, no one's here. You don't have an Avi here to greet me, not even a roach. It was like Sutton. Why do I call her Sutton? Sutton, like, come on, bro. Like, really, like, chill. You're at her house. Like, you don't even, is Sutton socially awkward, besties? Like, you don't know how to come into someone's home who's hosting the party and you see all the backyard all nicely set up. You don't know how to just go in the backyard and look around and mingle around and say hi and maybe ask, where's Dorit? You didn't think enough to go upstairs and look for her? I know they're not cool, but I mean, check this out. This is a reality show. So half of it is fake. So just go with it. Because we all know in real life we would not be at Dorit's house. If I don't fool with you, I'm not you wouldn't invite me and I'm not coming. So we know that, right, besties? We already know that. But since this is a reality show, you gotta be there because this is how you get paid. Play along. Like look for her, call her name out, text her, call like there are so many things you could have done besides sitting downstairs talking bad about somebody in their house. You already bringing the wrong vibe here. Child, ooey. Definitely Dorit needs to sage her house after this party. So, blah, blah, blah. Now remember, this is somebody who just came home from seeing her mother breaking ground, healing wounds, and you still in a ways. I guess it takes time. So not even a roach came to greet Sutton. So then Kyle comes, and I'm noticing everybody's wearing, red, white, and blue. I guess that was the assignment. Sutton had on a white dress with some red tennis shoes and a baby blue purse. Very small. I'm sure it was a Birkin. And so Kyle comes. She's in dark denim pants with a tube top denim. It's like 94 degrees on this day, and she has on dark denim. Okay. And then she had a red and white striped shirt to put on and tie because she felt self conscious because she didn't go get a spray tan. You're self conscious because you're a white woman and you're pale and yeah, I guess because when Erica arrived, she told them like, "Don't hug me too much because I got spray on." She got something on her, some spray on a child. Okay, y'all. They want our rhythm, but not our blues. That's all I kept thinking. Okay, so then when Kyle comes in, she notices right at the entrance that there's a table there, and there are pictures of Dorit and PK. There was only 5 framed pictures on this big old table, and Kyle calls it a shrine. Oh my God, it's a shrine of PK. A shrine? It was only 5 pictures on the table. Calm down. They have children. Kyle, you do understand. Then she gonna say she still has pictures up of her and Mauricio. She hasn't taken her pictures down. But you can come in and point it. Not only did you see it, you point it out to Dorit, bring it to her attention as if she don't know. And then Dorita's just like, you know what? I haven't had time to even touch them. I don't see them. Just leave me alone, okay? Of course, she's not going to take them down. And the kids will be asking questions. I mean, her kids are much younger than yours. Kyle, calm down. So Dorit came downstairs and she did not expect that Sutton and Kyle will be first to arrive because, her and Kyle just got back cool and her and Sutton don't fool each other. So the tension between her and Sutton is really thick. And so she's kind of trying to trying to start a vibe. So she's telling Sutton like her purse is really cute and she wants it. And so in her confessional, Dorita's saying, like, if you give me that purse, I'll forgive all this drama between us. And Sutton is giving her a hard no about her purse. No, no, name them, name them. And she just smiling at Dorita like, And so we already heard Sutton when she had sat down when no one was there yet. She had kind of said, okay, I came. Can I go home now? So in the after show, Sutton let us know that she would have rather stayed at home. So she wanted to sleep in and watch movies. Sounds like a perfect holiday. Okay. So Dorit wants that little, and I didn't think that the purse was cute. I don't like that shade of blue, but it would be a cute shade for like nails and toes. That would be a cute nail polish color. But I thought Kyle's little red Birkin was much cuter. It was little bit bigger, but small. I'm sure it was about $20,000, maybe 15. Because Kyle, that's all she has are Birkins. That's all she wear. Every size, every color, she has it. So then Garcelle comes. She has on red, like bell bottom jeans. She have on she have like a little white top, and comes in the backyard. Child almost trips, and almost she trips and almost fell. I was like, Garcelle, you are too old to be falling. And so they're all sitting down in the backyard chilling, and so Garcelle asked Sutton, like, what are you drinking? And she was like, some watermelon something. And so she said, is there some alcohol in it? And she's like, yeah, just not a lot. And so Dorit asked Garcelle, did you just ask Sutton about, drinking? And child, I don't even think Dorit could finish what she was about to say, honey. Sutton shut her down so quick. Sutton was like, oh, Dorit, will you just shut up? And then she's like, what? She said, you could be such a bitch. Beep. I was like, no, you did not call this woman out her name at her house. Kyle put her head down in her hands. She like, oh my gosh, here we go. Here we go. So let's go. Sutton thinks Dorita's coming for her, trying to call her an alcoholic again. They run the playbacks in case we forgot how Dorit was making claims that Sutton obviously got some liquor in her coffee, and some other clip where she said it was some vodka or she'd been drinking or whatever. She pretty much alluding to her being an alcoholic. Dorit says, don't call me no BI in my own home, which is understandable because we would have been fighting had it been me. And some people would put you out because of that. Okay? And so Sutton's like, don't start with the vodka stuff. And she's like, I'm going to go. And so Dorita's like, Sutton, I'm not looking to argue with you. Just don't call me out my name. And so Sutton is like, Dorit, I am so sick of fighting with you. Thank you for having me. I'm going to go. And she gets up and leaves. Kyle follows behind her. Garcelle's like, oh my God, here we go. Garcelle orders her drink first. Can I get one in watermelon, something other? And I'll be right back. Thank you. I think he gave it to her and she went to follow. Oh, Garcelle explains to Dorit that Sutton is sensitive for the vodka and the coffee comments. And you calling her an alcoholic and blah, blah, blah. So they're all at the front of the house trying to talk to Sutton. In walks Bowles with her crew. She got her daughter, her assistant, another girl, and another lady and a little girl. And she got on this really, really cute, really light baby blue, little something other, little see-through material, very short dress, ruffly, see-through, very short. Like if she bend over, her hoo-ha is gonna be out. She comes in, she hugs Dorit's kids. What's up? How you doing? Hey, hey, hey. And I'm like, you wore that with some heels on? And so when she wait, let me go back. So when she comes in, wait, baby, the thighs was out. She looked good. I ain't gonna lie. I was hating. No, she looked good, but it was inappropriate. So when she saw Kyle, Garcelle, and Sutton at the door, she just greeted them with a little cute up, excuse me, bitches. And she just saying what's up. Garcelle tells her, girl, not that word. We're not gonna start with that word because it already has started some mess here. And so Bo said, oh, you just started some mess? Garcelle said, not me. So Dorit greets Bose because she is happy to see her ally. Good vibes. Dorit just wants to have fun. Okay. And so the girls are asking Sutton, can you please just reset? We're going to talk to her, baby, your apology. Don't leave. Don't. And Sutton's like, no, no. She had a little crown on her head. She took it off, threw it on the floor. Kyle had to go pick it up. And Kyle goes to Dorit in hopes she can apologize or whatever. And in her confessional, she cannot believe that Sutton is making such a big deal about this and how big of a deal she made when Kyle stormed out of Bowles' house. Remember, she was telling her, don't leave. We can't leave. This is a sisterhood. Don't leave again. Don't leave. work things out, stay and get some resolve. And now she's doing it at Dorit's house. So it's like, nah, son, you need to go on and stay and eat your words up. You called that girl out her name. Like, come on now. And I'm just really like, I can't believe Garcelle did not hold Sutton accountable. Like, you know, that is a fighting word. You know, that was not cool. You know, sometimes you got to check your girlfriends who are not, you know, the same complexion and let them know that that is not cool. That was disrespectful. You don't even, and it's a shame that Sutton, you don't know that. Because how can you be a Southern belle and a butthole at the same time? Like, how can you? But she's Reba's daughter, right? She is Miss Reba's daughter. Let me tell y'all what I just found out. Remember when they first got to Augusta and Miss Reba came by with her friend, was his name Jim or something? He has passed away, child. He passed away. Heard that in the after show, and she had called Sutton and told her she's lonely and all that. So I'm like, oh goodness, next season is Reba gonna be living with Sutton. Sutton, you better make room. Your mama's coming to stay with you. So and also in the after show, I'll tell you this too. Sutton said her mother called her on her birthday, which is in September, and she told her, Reba told Sutton that she loves her. And Sutton said that just made everything all together better. So in that year, which is last year, her mother has told her she loved her twice, and that is what she needs, being that her mother's getting older, her kids are older, and she doesn't have a husband. She needs to hear that from her mother. So she is like almost all cured. She's almost cured. And I love that for Sutton, but Sutton, we don't need you to act better. And I don't know why her and Dorit can't just have a conversation or stop coming around, because if you saw the previews for next week, they're going to be arguing again at some dinner table. Like, this is like Erica said, this is all of this is getting exhausting. So Kyle goes over and asks Dorit to encourage Sutton to stay. Dorit tells Kyle that her and Garcelle are the ones to do that. She said, no, I just asked her not to call me out my name in my house. Now Sutton wants to play victim, and she's like, she can't take a joke. And in the after show, Sutton said, don't joke with me. No, don't joke with me. That is nothing. That's not funny. Don't joke with me. And so Dorita's in her confessional. She was like, she can't take a joke. Why? Is it true? And it's like, girl, maybe. Because remember, name them, name them, name them. Sutton was drinking that episode, that season. Was that last season? She was drinking. Remember they went to Vegas and she flipped out and all. Yeah, that girl was heavy drinking. So Erica comes and she is giving Slutty America, and I didn't get it. She just had two big long platinum braids in her hair. She had a dark denim mini dress on. Why are you guys wearing dark denim in the summer? I don't get it. But I didn't get her Slutty America. She looked pretty basic, had on some tennis shoes or something. Just Erica has really brought her wardrobe down. She's really being practical these days. And she could tell something's going on when she get to the house. She didn't want to come in. She looking like, what's going on? Hi, y'all. What's happening? So in her confessional, Erica's like, someone's already crying. I just came here for a hot dog. She wants her kosher hot dog that she has once a year. Sutton tells her just what happened. Then Kathy Hilton shows up. Bose asks Dorit what's going on over there because they're on the other side of the kitchen and she just got there. So she sees, you know, Garcelle, Sutton, Kyle. Who else is over there? They over there talking, and you know, you can see the stress on everybody's face. So Garcelle tells, I guess Bose comes over because she want to know what's going on. And she just a talking. Blah, 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 blah. Dorit. Garcelle tells her to stop being Dorit's spokesperson. Oh my god. Really, Garcelle? Girl, as much as you are a spokesperson for Sutton, you got the nerve. You sitting down right there holding her hand. Like, child, you gotta be, girl, hypocrite, child. Ooh, don't be Dorit's spokesperson. Don't be Sutton's spokesperson. So she says she's not, but this crowd over here at the door, she said, y'all look rude. Like it looks rude. You over here coddling Sutton, but go ahead and coddle her. Go ahead, coddle her. But you know, you need to come into the party. Like, come into the party. Y'all over here at the door looking stressed. So in Kyle's confessional, she's like, there go Bose again, coming in defending Dorit without having the backstory. Don't know what's going on, but always got something to say. She's like, don't be coming over here scolding us. So, baby, Sutton leaves. She's out. Good and bye. So in her confessional, she's like, sorry, I can't help it that I have a business, Dorit, and you don't. I can't help it that I had a clean divorce and you ain't gonna have a clean divorce. And so even Sutton said, you know, she ruined it. It's time to go. So I went on the Googler and I found out that Sutton's store is closed. Her store's in West Hollywood. It's closed. But there's a statement that says her business has expanded and she doesn't need her storefront anymore. And remember last week when she was in Augusta showing her mother her new, what does she call it? I'll say collection. She was telling her that, you know, the clothes come from London and they go straight to Houston, and that's where they're shipped out of. So there's something going on in Houston. So she says she's tired of being Dorit's punching bag. She leaving. She finna take them clothes off and go watch her movies, okay? Dorit has all the things in the backyard. Whatever you want, she got it. She got the hot dog. She got pickles. She got cheeseburgers, fries. She got snow cones. She got drinks. She just has all the cute little stuff. Cute little calm decor. It was cute, but not overbearing like some people. Kyle's stuff is not overbearing, but she's a highly decorative person, but her space is much bigger too. But Dorit's house is really cute. Even Garcelle, must have been Garcelle's first time over there, maybe, and she was like, this is a really cute house. Like, this is cute. And it is cute. And y'all know that house is in foreclosure, right? Sure is. So they were asking, like, where was Sutton? And so Garcelle was like, she left because she didn't feel welcomed. There you go, still being her spokesperson. Can you just be? I don't know, Garcelle. You need to know when you need to learn when to be quiet too. And so Dorita's like, but she called me a beer, and Garcelle gonna say, well, you led the charge with the well. Of course, there's vodka in her drink. Garcelle, you would have to leave my house too. I'm not going to be arguing with you in my house. You sit here and you didn't order. How many drinks did Garcelle have from the show? What we saw, she ordered like 2 or 3. Girl, you was hitting them drinks too, boo boo. Talking about Tosa, these are good. You was hitting them drinks too, Garcelle. Mm-hmm. And so Bose is like, well, she said, but is that equal? If she came for her talking about the vodka thing, is it okay for her to call her out her name at her house? And so Bose is saying, you know, somebody called me a bia in my house. You know, those are fighting words. And I'm like, absolutely. And Garcelle knows that. She knows that. Calling somebody a spokesperson. You are a spokesperson. So Kathy breaks the weird silence. And so she says, well, you know, none of us are mean girls. And she said, well, maybe I'm just used to it. And then they all get a little ha. So Erica, she gets up. She like, I've had it. I'm going to get my hot dog. Child, she want to start drinking. So she needed to eat first. So honey, she There was a guy at the hot dog stand. She was like, sorry, I'm about to take your hot dog. You can be mad at me later, but I'm finna tear up this hot dog. Sir, can I get extra pickles? He piled on those pickles. I was like, Erica is a Southern girl. So Bo's asking, in the spirit of sisterhood, here we go with this mess again. Can we all just rally around Dorit? So Garcelle was like, well, where was your spirit of sisterhood when you just called us rude? Oh, you want it with Bowles, huh, Garcelle? Water break. And so Bose was like, well, girlfriend, I was being a sister. I was telling y'all, like, y'all need to check yourself. Absolutely, Bose. And so they said, you always tell us what to do about Dorit when you don't know the whole situation. So Bo says, well, I'm calling things as I see them. And so Garcelle was like, well, so are we. So Erica in her confessional was like, Garcelle, who's Sutton's spokesperson. So wait a minute. You can defend Sutton, but Bose can't defend Dorit. Oh, okay. Child, she was like, stop being threatened by Bose and Dorit's friendship. Let these people get along. You can't help but to like Erica. And I know she feels cool where she don't have to be the one fighting, because if Bose wasn't there, it would be her going toe to toe with everybody, right? And I know Erica feels like she can just coast through this whole season with no storyline. But like I heard in those YouTube streets, if you have personality, you don't need a storyline. So all Erica is giving us this season is she is renovating some rooms in her home, but she's bringing the personality that we need, okay? And I know she's glad that she don't have to work clock in so much with all this drama, because Bose and Dorit is doing it all, and Kyle, and she don't have to. Whoo, she gets a break. Okay. So Garcella's like, you seem one-sided. Didn't you say that Kyle hasn't been welcoming you? How you just gonna change the subject? Woo! Woo! Okay, Garcelle, I see you. So Bo says, yeah, but I don't think she's a cold-hearted bi. We just haven't connected. So Kyle was like, well, I feel completely opposite. I thought we had a good connection. And that makes my feelings are hurt behind that. Okay, Kyle. So Bose is like, well, we haven't had a deep conversation. You're cold. You are, you're sharp. You're cold. So she's like, give me some vibes. Oh, that's what I want the title to be, Besties. Give me some vibes. I like that. Give me some vibes. So Kyle was like, well, I was singled out because of me and Dorit's, on again, off again friendship. You say you don't have a preconceived ideas about me, but your actions say you do. So Bo said, I'm not led. I'm not led by none of y'all. I can see through y'all. I see you. So Kyle's like, well, I feel like you're a little hard on me. Her example was at the Viper Room. You told me you need to block PK. All right. So Kyle go call her. She was like, all right, Judge Judy. So then here comes Dorit, because she had left to go check on her kids. And she was like, she looked at Kyle and said, I don't even know what's going on with you. And it's like, wait, what? Didn't y'all just get it together on the beach? What is happening? And did y'all notice that they didn't even mention Augusta? Like nobody brought that up. Like it wasn't even mentioned before the drama started. Like they left Augusta, and it was like that was that. So I guess maybe it'll come up next week, because they gonna have to ask, like, why you didn't invite us. So anyway, Erica, in her confessional, me and Erica, we both agree we are exhausted from this. And Erica said, and I got stamina, but I am sick of this. I came here for the hot dogs at the hot dog party. Ooh. So Dorit and Kyle, they go back and forth and back again. You're all over her ASS and it's gross now. Stop. So Kyle gives Bose what she wants. She gives her her life story. I've been married for 28 years. I've been with him for 30. We got 4 daughters. Blah, 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 blah. I star in all the Halloween movies. You see me. My sister played in, what was that called? Child, I don't even remember the darn show back in the day. I didn't watch it. What was it? Little House on the Prairie. So Dorita asked Kyle, well, why are you screaming? She said, I'm not, but I'm lowering my voice, you know. And so she was like, I just need, so here go Dorita. I just want to know, are we fresh? Is this a clean slate? Are we doing this or not? And Kyle is like, yes, Kyle wants to be in a better place with Dorit. She said that. Dorit agrees and is willing to mend all this drama and start on their trust and work together slowly on their friendship. Dorit says, because at this stage of my life right now, what I'm going through with this PK, single PK, I need peace. So Kyle tells herself, take a breath and reset. Take a breath and reset. Tap into your emotional intelligence because Dorit is super extra. It is like Dorit takes things out on others. You know what I'm saying? She's mad that Sutton called her out her name in front of everybody or whatever, whoever was listening. So she gonna take it out on Kyle. This is what Dorit does. So they hug again. And so in Kathy's confessional, she says, you know, let's not make mountains out of a molehill. Then she questions, did she say it right? Do you understand what I'm saying? Did I say that right? Mountains, the molehill, like, get it? You got what I'm saying? Got it. Okay, cool. We love old quirky Kathy, don't we? And so with this, Bose knows when not to say anything because she's being quiet. And then Kathy tries to say something. She tells Kathy, like, hush, you don't want to get in trouble. And Kathy, like, you're right. See, Bose knows when a she know when to be quiet. Because Dorit super changed the subject and threw everything back on Kyle again, which is like, what is happening? So good thing it's taken only 12 episodes for Dorit and Kyle to do what they needed to do 12 episodes ago. They went upstairs to Dorit's bedroom. She wants to show Kyle like how she's living, you know, because of course downstairs is gonna be presentable, right? But she's like, I want you, you know, come up here. I want you to see what's up. Dorit's bedroom is a mess. Closet is a mess. Looks like nothing of PK's is in the house. Dorit is just disheveled. She's in disarray. Her closet is a mess. And Kyle said this is, you know, telling on how you're really doing. How your house is really telling on how you are mentally doing. Dorit says she don't even see any of this mess. She just don't see it. So they sit down on the couch. And so Kyle makes fun of her orchid because there are no leaves on it. And she said, right, I ain't paying no attention to that plant. So now they get to actually talk about their separations. Like finally, 12 episodes it has taken for these girls to come around. Kyle tells her that she's using Mauricio's part of the closet now. And it's so surreal because that's where his stuff's supposed to be, right? And so she was like, you know, this is what I want to see. And so then Dorit asked Kyle, does she wants her husband back? Like, do you want to get back? Kyle's like, she wants to take this time too, but isn't doing anything with the time. So she don't know. She do, but she ain't gonna say it. So Dorit asked her, do you want a divorce? And she just cannot answer these questions, right? She's like, well, if we don't get back together, then yes. Do you want to get back together? Dorit asked her. Well, it's not going to happen right now. So Kyle, in her confessional, she says that her and Mo are in denial. And I'm like, no, he ain't. You embarrassed him publicly, girl, with a woman. Like, he's clear that I don't think he's in denial, but I don't be a part of their conversations. They ain't never asked me to come listen in, but I don't think he's in denial. He moved out, girl. He gone. He ain't coming back. 30 years with you? Chill, girl, bye. Portia, 16, 17 years old. He ain't coming back. So Dorit doesn't want to be in this situation either. It's weird. They're not used. They didn't see it coming. And so they don't know what to do. Dorit says, I think we should just live. We just got to live. But she doesn't know how because, all she doing is fussing and fighting with with everybody. And so she says PK took her by surprise. We are aware of that. Kyle is like, does he want a divorce? And so she says, he says it in threatening ways. So Dorit's not sure, but she was like, do you like your independence? And so Dorita's like, I haven't had it yet. Like, I ain't had it yet. So they're pretty much in the same situation. They're being very stagnant about divorce together, whatever, but they're doing nothing. Stagnant. So Dorit says, I think PK is 50 steps ahead of me. And I believe he wants to get divorced because we're not getting back together anytime soon. And on the after show, everybody said that they're not getting back together. They don't see it. Garcelle said it. Jennifer Tilly said it. Sutton said it. And she don't even like PK. And she's like, they're not getting back together. Dorit wants to figure out what she wants finally. Like she wants to, what is it that I want? Stop focusing on what PK's doing and figure out what she wants. I'm like, girl, you want a younger, hotter dude. That's what you want, girl. Go get you a good old stepdaddy for them kids, girl. So she doesn't know what he's doing, if his single PK is dating. And Kyle says, well, they would know if he was because of, being on the show, being in the blogs, being on TV, being in Beverly Hills, So then, honey, 1 week later, boom, 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 boom. Mauricio is in the blogs, child. He has been caught in Greece with a mystery woman in her early 20s, darn near naked, some hot blonde. They kissing and hugging. She met him at the airport. And Erica calls Kyle and asks her, did she know? And she said, nope. And the episode ends, besties. That was it. That was the end of the episode. It was cool for what it was worth. Next week, here we go with Sutton and Dorit. Oh, if they just don't fight already, just talk. Can we talk for a minute? Okay, I'm not gonna sing. I won't hold you, besties. But I'll be back with another recap. Bye, besties.